Hi folks, this is Jay. Hope you're okay today. It's good to see you, and hope everybody's okay today. I'll be moving on to some other channels soon, as I've already said before. I'm going to be teaching the Bible every day, and that will be on The Burns Show. That might start sometime in the next few weeks. And on The Burns Show I'll be going through chapter by chapter or verse by verse through the whole Bible, and I'm just praying about perhaps maybe going through the whole of the Bible and expounding every chapter in the Bible. So I'm just praying about whether that's God's will, and I'm going to be testing the waters sometime. So have a look at The Burns Show from time to time, see what comes up. The other thing as well is I've got a couple of other YouTube sites called Schaeffer Apologetics and Zwemer Apologetics, and I will be posting stuff in the next few weeks on there, a lot of stuff. It will not be specifically aimed at atheism. It will be wider, looking at Buddhism, Islam, and stuff like that. Now, I just want to share one or two thoughts. First of all, it's always been on record that any atheist is always welcome round at my home if they need any help. You should know by now that if I can help any atheist, I'm here. Also, that I've put out stuff on this channel to encourage Christians, to build them up, because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of articles that you can link to from these videos. So that's one reason why I've done this channel. The second reason why I did this channel is to provide opportunity for atheists to come out of atheism to know the Lord Jesus. And then the third reason why I've made this channel is to challenge this sort of very aggressive hardcore atheism that's quite fanatical against Christianity and very underhanded in its tactics. And the normal Christian apologist, like a Ravi Zachariah, wouldn't be able to cope with this kind of crowd, because this kind of crowd's quite brutal. They're quite manipulative. They're very, very tricky to deal with, and unless you know what you're up against, you're just going to get your head cut off. And you've got to be extremely strong-minded and have a strong will if you're going to go into the arena with these kind of people. And so some of the well, about a quarter of the stuff that's on this channel is meant to challenge these hardcore atheists and to say we're not having any nonsense from you, okay? Because no Christian apologist or nobody's really picked up on this kind of hardcore group, and the danger that they pose in our democracy is in promoting kind of hate ideology. So it's for three people. It's for the Christians, to build them up. There's about a quarter of stuff on this channel that can help them to in the Christian faith. Then there's another batch of the videos on atheism generally, in a nice way, so that atheists can engage with it who are open-minded. But then there's this political sort of really in-your-face stuff against this hardcore atheism, and so those are the three strands that are on this channel. Alright, so if you're an atheist and you're open-minded and you hit this really hard stuff against hardcore atheism, you might be tempted to think, what's this guy all about? But that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from these three angles. So you've got to gauge the video. You got to say, is Jay aiming at the hardcore atheist? If he is, I'm an atheist. This isn't really for me. Alright? And if you're a Christian, when you see a video right in the face of the hardcore atheist, you think, whoa, Jay's pretty brutal there. You got to realise that it's for these hardcore atheists. Alright? And I've been researching them for about 2 years, and there's definitely a group of atheists out there who are literally out to destroy the Christian faith, and they're not playing nice games, folks. They're not playing nice. They're out to savage Christianity. They make no two ways about it, and the church and Christians are just not aware of this. But at the same time, if one gets into a dogfight with this kind of hardcore atheism, it can make everybody else think, well, what's going on here? Why is Jay like this? And whatever. But I have to explain to you that that's what went on when you see this hardcore stuff of my videos. It needed someone to jump in the ring with these people, take the gloves off, and have it out with them. And that's what I did. But you can't go on like that, and you can't build people up in that. And it's not a lifestyle that you can live. But it needed somebody to face these people and say, we're not having it. Alright? That was not the calling of a normal Christian apologist. Not many people could have done that. And I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But at the end of the day, what's important is that people get saved. That's the main thing. And there's a guy here, a Christian guy, and he wrote this. He's a Christian guy, and he said this about my channel. He says, keep up the good work, my friend. Most of these people on here don't realise what you're trying to do, and that is to help save their souls before something happens to them. I know they think you are being rude and downright mean, but Jay, you know we Christians do not have time to babysit them, for any one of them may die at any minute, and if they would look past the sternness of your comments and see that it is done because you are care, they would see a little clearer. God bless you. Keep it going. And at the end of the day, that's why I've done everything that I've done. At the end of the day, I just want you to know the truth, and the truth is that Christ is the one who can save you, and that He is real atheist. That's why, you know, I went into battle, as it were, with this hardcore atheism, because at the end of the day, I wanted people to know that Jesus is the truth. And so there's a lot of stuff out there, and I just want you to know, at the end of the day, that's ultimately the Christian guy who said that. That's ultimately why everything I've done on this channel, and I just hope that as atheists you can see that you see, you know, there's hundreds and hundreds of links now on this channel that you can go to, websites and resources and books, and it's up to you now, atheists, to go and find out for yourself. I've opened the way for you to go and look at books and look at websites. I've exposed your hardcore atheism for what it is. I've made that I've made that absolutely clear to you. There is this hardcore atheism and the blindness of your minds for following it. And I've challenged atheism, and I've done as much as I can. And now it's up to you, atheists, to seek the Lord. Okay? I will be at the Socratic Club on Fridays, and I'll be down there. We're looking at presuppositional apologetics. People can come on, they can give their thoughts and their opinions, but I'm not going to get into this harangue of dogfighting. You can come on and you can give us your opinion, and I'll tell you what I think. But at the end of the day, if you're not willing to seek the Lord, if you're not willing to follow Him, if you're not willing to look at the good material that is on here and search for Jesus, then I'm not interested in having a dogfight with you anymore. I've done the dogfighting. I've done it on here. There's 1,000 videos, and about 200 of them are against hardcore atheism. And I want to maintain a spirit of sweetness and love. And if you get into this dogfight mentality with that hardcore atheist, it can be a bit brutal. And I don't want to get into that. I want to get into being a preacher, which I am, and preaching the word and teaching the word. So it's up to you, atheists, now. You understand where I'm coming from. You understand what the channel was all about. There are other channels that I'm going to be getting on with. Zwemer Apologetics, Francis Schaeffer Apologetics, and the Burns Show, where I'll be teaching the Bible every day. That's going to be coming in the next few weeks. And believe it or not, I will, as time goes on, I'll be coming less and less on this channel. Okay, I know I've said it before, but I mean it. I will be coming less, and I will be moving away from this fight with hardcore atheism. And it's up to you now, atheists, to see. I've sounded the alarm to the Christians that there is this hardcore. I've sounded the alarm to the atheists that they are hardcore, and I've done my job. And a servant of God mustn't strive. That's what it says in Timothy. Do not strive. And I'm not going to be striving with you, atheists, anymore. It's up to you now to seek the Lord. And if you want to find out about Jesus and think about how to know Jesus, then come down to the Socratic Club. But if you want to maintain your hardcore atheism and be in your little hardcore atheist world, then that's up to you. God bless you in that. But don't come down to the Socratic Club, because I'm not going to feed your flesh, as it were. I'm not going to give you a pound of flesh where you can see these dogfight atheist and theist debates. I'm not going to feed that. If you want to come down to the Socratic Club and learn about Jesus, I'm there. I'm going to be talking about presuppositional apologetics and other Christian ways of doing apologetics and which is the best one. And then I'm going to open it up and say, what does anybody else think? And if people want to come on and share their thoughts, that's okay. But I'm not going to be getting into a dogfight with you. Alright? Unless you're seeking Jesus, unless you want to know Jesus. Okay. My work here is up to people now to get whatever they can out of this channel. From time to time something will be put on here, either would I make it or someone else. But the work is done. It's been done. If you don't want to come out of your hardcore atheism, that's up to you. You stay in it. But I've done the work. I've done the work on here. There's enough videos on here for you as a hardcore atheist to come to know Jesus, and you have no excuse. Okay? And you as an atheist, there's lots of opportunity to learn about Jesus, and as Christians there's lots of stuff here that can help you. Alright? But I want to get on teaching the Bible and get back to the professional Christian servant that I am, and away from this gutter YouTubing fight with hardcore atheism, which is pretty brutal. I want to get away from that, and I want to get back to being the professional minister of God that I am, and that God has called me to be. Alright? So I hope everybody's okay, and I hope people look me up around YouTube and try and seek out my Bible teaching and my other things that I'll be doing in the coming weeks and months ahead. But thanks for everybody. Thanks for your love and grace. Anytime you want to ask me a question, you can always Skype me at jason.burns107. Anytime, night or day, if you've got a question or you want to just think something through as an atheist or as a Christian. Also, you can email me. You can find my emails on my YouTube accounts. You're always welcome to contact me and talk to me if you've got any questions. Okay? Thank you for listening, and God bless you.